More than 600 new laws passed by the Texas legislature went into effect on September 1st. These laws include a ban on abortions after a heartbeat is detected, a ban on vaccine passports, the legalization of medical marijuana for some patients with cancer and PTSD, and a requirement that state-funded sports teams play the national anthem before games. Political science professor Bill DeSoto says these laws represent a shift in Texas politics.
There was a time when you would have said the base, the core Republican voters would have opposed relaxing marijuana policies or restrictions. So, yeah, sometimes these things are hard to interpret exactly what that means.
There are many ways that college students can get involved and make their voices heard.
There's everything from the political party groups, the young Republicans or college Republicans and college Democrats, and then there are a lot of other types of groups. There's everything from the CCA, the Coastal Conservation Association, which is interested in estuaries and whitewater and fisheries.
Governor Greg Abbott also signed Senate Bill 1 into law. The law affects voting in Texas, includes a ban on 24-hour and drive-through voting, as well as new restrictions on mail-in ballots. For Bobcat Update, I'm Justin Vickers.
From secondhand to treasure, Texas State students find thrifting as a great way to stay up with the trends and not break the bank in doing so. Local thrift stores help make that happen.
It's economical if you do it right, and there's a lot of really just trending pop culture things going on that also say that college kids are into a fashion that their parents were into when they had them. That's a general rule of thumb that I go by. So.
Thrifting has helped students like a Daisy Ioma showcase their sense of fashion, and it also enabled them to get creative with what they find.
I thrift because, it started, I guess, because of money. But then you see a bunch of videos and see that you can do a bunch of things with thrifting. It's not only buying the clothes as is, but you can upcycle them and add whatever you want to it. So I think it's a great way of people being able to express themselves without necessarily having to hurt the bank.
If you want to start thrifting, Vagabond and several other shops are all a short distance from the university. For Bobcat Update, I'm Xavier Tristan.
The Cercle Français, an on-campus organization focused on French culture, has formed a partnership with the McCoy School of Business. What they're working on together is a cultural exchange program with Konkuk University in South Korea. The month-long program is expected to lead to the launch of other similar programs on campus.
What I would like to see, which is one of the reasons why I connected with the university in Korea instead of France first, is I would like to see more of a triangle or a pentagonal connection. The more, the merrier, and the more varied, the more interesting the exchange.
Dr. Moira DeMauro Jackson says the exchange will help students make lasting connections that reach across the globe.
And so these interactions, we really don't know where they're going to take us. And that's the beauty of it. It's like traveling, it's an adventure.
For more information on when these meetings take place, visit the Texas State French Department website. For Bobcat Update, I'm Justin Vickers.
Plans for a new music building have been in the works for more than 10 years. Dr. Joey Martin, director of the School of Music, says the current music building has never been an ideal fit for the program.
The biggest thing for us is, as you're probably familiar, this used to be the gymnasium, the music building we have now, and it was repurposed for the School of Music. So it lacks some of the things that are fundamentally important for musicians, like soundproofing.
Dr. Martin says he's looking forward to having more space and better technology.
Well, the obvious thing that we would know with almost any facility is technology and how the scope of instruction is changing from including both our on-campus spaces, but how we can actually have a national and international reach through streaming and through offering classroom support throughout the country and throughout the world. We have the need for a choral rehearsal room to meet the needs of our 6 choral ensembles and the courses that preparing students to be future choral directors. In addition to those ensemble spaces, you're looking at office studio spaces, again, that have the sound reinforcement that prevent bleed from room to room. That's where a lot of magic happens in the learning of students.
Dr. Martin says construction could begin immediately on the new building if the fundraising campaign attracts big donors. The new building would be located at the corner of Moon and Wood Street across from the Performing Arts Center. For Bobcat Update, I'm Ethan Dwyer.